Hey everybody, it's Booray Perry, the host of the International Photographic Competition, and joining me is Rich Newell, the Director of Credentialing at the Professional Photographers Association of America. Welcome to the show, Rich.
Well, thanks, Booray. Well, I'm glad you're here with us today.
Yeah, right. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today. We want to also be sure and tell everybody that questions, fire them at us, because we've got Lauren who is fielding questions, who should be coming to us and letting you guys tell us what you guys are asking, and we'll be able to hopefully answer some of those questions. And by us, I mean Rich, because I really know nothing.
You're just a pretty face, aren't you?
I'm just a show pony for this thing. So, first of all, let's start with, there are going to be some people, I would think, watching this video who don't really know much about the new IPC, because we've only done it 1 year, and that was only 6 months ago. So do we want to kind of recap a little bit what the new IPC is, how it's different than the old IPC?
Let's start with what IPC is. It's International Photographic Competition, and it's we rolled this out last year in an effort to make we kind of took apart the old process and we were like, if we were going to design a true competition, how would you do it? I mean, so we threw basically everything out and tore it down to the basics and said, hey, let's build something that is a competition and that is fun for our members to participate in. And that's what we did. So basically, we've come up with 16 categories that you can enter your images into. It's a multiple round competition, and it runs kind of like a bracket style. So the first round of judging in the 16 categories, we're narrowing it down to the top 32 in each of the categories. So your image comes in, it will get ranked against all the other images in that category. The top 32 move on. And then the first round, and that is done prior to the live judging that happens at IUSA. The round of 32.
Let me just break in real quick, because one of the things that I always want to point out to people, because some of the people who have been involved for years and years and years, and they'll say, well, the head-to-head competition, I don't know about that. I liked it back when it was judged. Oh, it is judged. How many judges judge your image before it goes to the final 32?
The first round of the judging that we do is 15 judges.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I still think that's crazy. Because in the old system, 5 judges would judge you the first time, and then if you got judged for loan, 5 more would judge you for loan. So
right.
You get 10 judges. Now you get 15 judges that judge you, so that we really get, when the top 32 have really been through the ringer.
Right, and again, they're getting ranked, so you'll know where you rank. So for instance, there's 200 images in the category. You're going to get a ranking. Your image was 15 of 200, or your image was 150 out of 200. So you're going to know that information following that first round of judging, and then once we narrow it down to the top 32, those 32 then they go head to head,
right?
And it is a bracket style judging. So we bring in the top images, the top half of the bracket compete against the bottom half of the bracket, and continue all the way through until we have a winner in the category. And then the category winners then go head to head to pick the overall winner. So that's kind of a short version. But along the way, the round of 32, if you get eliminated in the round of 32, you're a bronze medalist. You make it through the 16, then you're silver, gold, platinum, and diamonds are the category winners. And then the overall winner is the Grand Imaging Award winner, and that person gets $10,000. Oh, and backing up, the category winners will get $1,000 for winning the category, a trophy, and then eligible for the $10,000 and a bigger trophy.
So you put your images in, 15 judges judge them and rank them all
in
your category. The top 32 go to Saturday at Imaging USA. Saturday is when we start with the brackets of 32. And the top 16 in the category go head to head against the bottom 16 in the category. Right, so the image that ranked number 1 doesn't go up against the image that ranked number 2 at the bronze level.
No. So the rankings matter in the fact that but again, I mean, you start going head to head with another image. Now the rankings are important, but you could have a 32 knock out a number 1. That does happen. So, but that's why we do it.
I lost you for a second there.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Fortunate.
That's all right. I'm sure you explained it well.
I mean, that was the best part of the whole show, right? No, what I was saying was you're going to have the top half of the bracket going against the bottom half of the bracket. So you could have somebody out of the bottom half knock off one of the top images,
Sure.
in a head-to-head judging. Because again, these two images come up on the screen. The judges don't know who's in the top half or the bottom half of the bracket.
Right.
They're just looking at the image and going, you know what? This one, I like this one better than this one. There's 5 judges looking at it. And it's the majority rules. So, and then the winner moves on to the next round.
And it's a round of 32, and then we do that on Saturday. Round of 32.
Yep.
Round of 16. Then the round of 8.
Yes.
And those are the bronze, silver, and gold levels.
Exactly.
If you get knocked out in the first round, you're a bronze. If you got knocked out in the second, you're silver. If you get knocked out in the third, you're gold. Now the final 4 in each category is what's left. These are all platinum. And they go to, and this is a big change we want to talk about today. They go to Monday night.
Monday night. So Monday night we are a standalone event at IUSA on Monday night, which is exciting. If you were there last year or was able to watch this online, this is a fun event. So we had what do you think, over 1,000 people in the audience last year. Images are up on the screen. We've got a couple new changes for this year not on how we're judging, but what the audience involvement is, which is
that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah, so we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
So it's Monday night,
yes.
And it's 4 against, and it's the final 4 in each category. They go head to head until we get a winner, and that's $1,000, and you win the category.
Yep.
And then those final 16, the category winners, go head to head until we get another winner, and that's the Grand Imaging Award winner, and they get $10,000.
$10,000. So they'll walk away with $11,000 total and 2 trophies. So
not a bad night's work.
Not a bad night. Yeah.
So I talked about this last year on stage, and got the crowd to talk about it because I was hoping that we would be able to make this happen. I know we were going to, but I think it's going to happen. What's going to be the change in the presentation this year?
So a couple things that were, and again, it's just massaging what we did, because I think last year was a great success, especially for our inaugural night. But it was a little bit hard to track your favorite images through the process. So we're going to have some live bracketing, so you can watch how your favorites are progressing through the competition. So that'll be up on the screen. So make make it a little easier to follow along at home. The really fun thing that we're going to do is we're going to allow the audience to participate a little bit, which is fun. So if you were there, again,
we're participating whether you want them to or not.
Yes. So that was
we want them to.
Again, we knew it was going to be fun, but I had no idea. I mean, the audience was amazing this past year. I mean, we. In the pet category, we had people barking and meowing and again, cheering on their favorites, which was great. I mean, the energy in the room was fantastic. But now, as you were going through, you were like, hey, clap if you like, the one on the right or the one on the left. We're making that a little bit more interactive this year. So we're going to have some live audience voting that's happening. So you'll be able to log in, vote along with the judges, and we'll see your totals up on the screen as they come in. Your totals, won't affect the overall outcome.
No, it's just for fun.
It is strictly for fun. All the betting and things are strictly unaffiliated with PPA, and we have no control over any of that.
Right.
And
listen, I'm going to tell people too. Listen, I'm going to tell you now, and I'm going to say it on the stage on Monday night as well. I know you're here to support your buddy, but no one can see what button you press on that phone. And when those pictures come up, I want to know what the audience thinks. So don't be like, well, I gotta press A because that's my buddy's picture. No, pick the one that you really think should continue.
Yeah.
So we can get some real numbers, because I'm really interested to see, how many times will the audience disagree with the judges? Right.
And so along with that night, I mean, again, the audience is going to be participating. You got we'll have a panel of judges, 5 judges up on the stage, and you'll be talking with them as well. We're going to be talking with the audience and getting some reactions there. So it's really it's an interactive evening with some beautiful images. So by the time we get to Monday night, again, we're in the final 4. these are all fantastic images.
Oh,
So
yeah.
judges have a monumental task on how to pick. How do you pick?
I don't
And
know
then once you get all the
I don't
winners,
know
now how do you pick, out of the 16 winners? That's, there's
I
no
don't-
wrong answer, but it's
I don't
fun.
think the judges were really prepared last year for how hard it is.
It
You
is,
know,
yes.
with so many, I mean, the closer you get, when you get to the final 16 going for the Gias,
Yeah.
it's like the days of here's the pictures and the vote comes rolling in right away. Those are gone. There's a lot of just like, how am I supposed to pick between these two images? They're just incredible.
So the fun thing is
part.
yeah. And then once the vote's in, we'll be talking to the judges a little bit, or you'll be talking to the judges, on why they voted for what they did, what they liked, how hard, obviously. So there'll be a lot of interaction with the panel of judges. It'll be, again, it's going to be a fun evening. And the really cool thing is we're Monday night. We're a standalone event. So we, come spend a couple hours with us looking at beautiful images and, cheering on some of your friends or, your favorite images.
All right. Let's get Lauren in here and see if we've got any questions. Lauren. Hello, Lauren.
Hi.
Hey, Lauren.
What have you got for us, Lauren?
Okay. First question. Someone said, do you have to be a PPA member to enter?
You do have to be a PPA member to enter, but that's a great excuse to come join us. Because besides, the image competition, there are a couple other nice little benefits that PPA offer. I know for me, being the credentialing director, the image competition is one of the most important. But there are some other things like indemnification insurance and those sort of things. So
yeah. Being a member of PPA is a no-brainer, really, if you're a photographer.
it is. Yeah. So good excuse. Now, if you were on the fence, just go ahead and join and put some images in.
Sweet.
Let me, while I'm on that thought, something, I get ideas that pop into my head. You can enter as many images in as many categories as you want. So you're not limited. It's not just you can throw one image if you're a portrait, just one portrait in. You can enter 5 portraits, a commercial image. Again, you are not limited to how many images that you enter. You are limited to how many images go into the top 32. So only one image per maker will end up in the top 32. Okay.
Here's my question. If you enter and say you put in 5 images, and the highest scoring one is the one that gets to go to, and if the highest scoring one, and you have 2 images that make the top 32.
Correct.
The highest scoring one stays in and the lowest scoring one doesn't go.
Exactly.
Can you re-enter that image?
You can. Yes, the following year you can enter. Yeah, the only thing that you can't re-enter is one that made the finals, the previous year, or anything that has merited prior to this year. So,
okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, if you enter 5 images, 2 are in the top 32, you'll get the one will be a finalist. The other one will say, I forget what the term is, but there'll be a note on it that it didn't get ranked. And that's your cue that it was in the top 32, but there's no ranking because you can only have one in the top 32.
And whenever you say the finals or being a finalist, you're talking about the top 32.
Top 32, yeah.
Okay. So that's your cutoff point. So if you put an image in and it doesn't make the top 32 for whatever reason, you can re-enter it next year.
Absolutely. Okay. Yep.
Perfect. All right. Next question. Will photos be judged on merits this year when it comes to the head-to-head portion?
No, merits are with our merit image review. This is strictly a non-merited event. It is a competition. We're entering this for fame and glory and the fun of competition.
And money, also money.
And money, yes, and money.
Yeah, also a big check.
We have a separate event, which is the merit image review, which is where you earn merits for your degrees. And we purposely took the competition out of that because you really shouldn't be competing for merits. So.
Good point. All right.
Great question, though.
Someone asked, would WPC announcements be Monday or Tuesday night, trying to plan travel?
Great question. I don't have an answer for that.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned on that. Traditionally it is along with the GIA ceremony, but we'll have that nailed down here soon.
So when is the award and degree ceremony is going to be Tuesday night, right?
The award and degree will be Tuesday night, and
Monday
we're working with World Photographic Cup a little bit on.
If you're doing it for travel, if you're there on Sunday and you don't leave till Wednesday, you're covered.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be either Monday or Tuesday night that they'll do a WPC.
Exactly.
That's World Photographic Cup, by the way. If anyone watching doesn't know what that is, we have a team that we send to the World Photographic Cup every year, and those announcements of who's going to be on the team and what images they are. Those announcements are made at Imaging USA. And typically they're made after the awards and degrees ceremony, which this year will be on Tuesday, correct?
Yeah, so normally, well, it's usually they're announced after the GS ceremony. We announce Team USA, and the World Photographic Cup will announce their top tens. We work with World Photographic Cup on when they want to make that announcement and where they're going to make that announcement. So that those details aren't worked out yet with World Photographic Cup, but we'll have that nailed down here pretty soon.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Someone asked, how much is it to enter?
Great question. Boy, that Jessica girl, she's pretty sharp. It's $49 an image per image to enter.
And unlimited images.
Unlimited.
Correct?
Yes. We have some people that only enter one. We have some people that, I just want their budget.
There's last year we had a couple of people that I was just like, wow.
Yeah, and again, so if again, this is a competition. So if you want to play the game, you look at the categories, you try to get some images into different categories. You look at categories that may not have as many images in them, traditionally than others. I'm going to give you a little bit of behind the scenes insight at this point. Entries have started coming in. Your best bet right now is maternity, newborns, and family portraits. Those are your three categories. If you got some of those, you're throw them into those categories.
Yeah, if you're a photographer like me and you do several different things, you're better off putting 4 images into 4 different categories than you are putting 4 images into one category. Because 4 different categories give you 4 different shots, whereas in one category,
here's a lot of photographers struggle on picking their own images because they're the worst judge of their own images. Yeah. Because the one I love did the worst. So you can make their. I think the more the merrier, and that's strictly as the credentialing director trying to get as many numbers as I can here. So.
Okay, the next one is, how does one get on the WPC team?
That is great. You enter IPC and Merit Image Review. So we have a committee of people that select those, but they look at IPC images and Merit Image Review images to make those selections. And they're based on the World Photographic Cup's descriptions and categories.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That is actually it for the questions, but when is the deadline, Rich, and how can people enter?
That is a great question. And you know what? You can enter your images as I'm banging on the desk and shaking the camera. You can enter, and she has it down here, on the PPA website, ppa.com/IPC. Again, we have until September 12th at 5 p.m. Eastern is the deadline to get those in. And I would encourage everybody, get an image in and see how you do. It's a great way to gauge yourself against the other professionals. It's a fun competition. I mean, and it is a competition. But the excitement in the room.
Never been, if you weren't there last year.
Yeah. And
we were literally overjoyed at how much fun it was.
It is. And it's the one time that you can watch live judging. On Saturday, it runs, I think, 9 to roughly 5 or until we're done. But you can come in, you can watch the live judging, you can hear the comments the judges are making. But Monday night, the excitement in the room with that many people and the quality of images that are coming up on the screen, it's like the Oscars. Well, that's a bad analogy because the Oscars are boring. Sorry, Oscar fans.
This is fun.
It is. It's like The Voice meets image competition. And the judges are entertaining. The images are phenomenal. Our host is okay. And I can't wait to see his jacket. So
listen, I've been, everyone keeps asking me when I wear this year, because last year I wore that big black sparkly jacket. And the problem is I can't go blingy again because the president this year is Mark Campbell, and Mark Campbell is the most blingy president.
You're not going to out bling Mark Campbell.
Yes, you're not going to outdo him, and he's the guy who's going to be on stage giving out the trophies and the checks.
Yeah.
So he's going to upstage me no matter what, because
maybe you guys can match. Maybe you can wear matching jackets.
So I'm actually thinking of maybe just like going with a simple outfit, because
and you know what,
I'm not going to beat Mark.
You know, and I'm thinking for a live interview show. Really, probably nobody cares at this point, and we'll talk about it later. But we do have a hot pink.
Someone's a hot pink.
Hot pink. All right.
I applaud this member because go
Hot
for
pink.
hot
I can find hot pink. I hadn't really thought about it. If I can find one, yeah.
Yeah.
Or rhinestones.
As the host, I want to. Rhinestones was last year, Jessica. They were black, but they were the rhinestone sparkle. I do want to point out, though, we're talking about Monday night a lot, and I want to remind everybody that on Saturday, that's what we call the image scrimmage, and that's all day Saturday. So the final 32, the medal rounds, the bronze, the silver, the gold rounds, and I guess the platinum round too, really, that all happens on Saturday. And that also is a lot of fun. We get our own room at Imaging USA. Last year, there was a good 150, 200 people in that room.
We had music playing. I had just as much fun on Saturday.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
The atmosphere is different.
It's much more relaxed, and
it is.
It's
the
a long
judges
day.
are yeah.
But if you're there, if you're planning on coming to Imaging USA, maybe you come in on Saturday. A lot of people come in on Saturday. If you can come in on Friday, get situated, get your hotel room, get all that taken care of. Well, then Saturday you can come and you can hang out in that room, take breaks to go see friends when they arrive and that sort of thing, and spend all day Saturday watching the competition and getting ready for Monday night.
Exactly. Yep. Definitely, if you're there Saturday, pop in, take a look, and check it out, and watch some live judging. And Monday night is the main event. So hopefully we'll see everybody there. Get your images in. Again, deadline is September 12th. You're uploading on ppa.com /IPC. Again, 16 categories, so there's something for everybody.
I'm racking my brain. Is there anything we've forgotten?
No, so I was trying to wrap it up for you. That was my lead in. So you were supposed to take that.
I was?
Yeah. It's hard to get professional help these days, Lauren. I tell you. No.
Oh my God.
You're wrapping it up. You're wrapping now?
You're wrapping now.
Are we still on the air?
Got it.
All right. So that's it. Hopefully we give you all the information that you need. If we didn't give you all the information, you can always go to several forums here on Facebook and so forth, or if you're watching this on YouTube on Facebook. And there's always going to be people there who can help you, people who can reach out to you, like Rich, and answer your questions, and me as well. We may be on again before the big show, but probably not, which means
I'm sure we'll pop in occasionally.
We will see you in Dallas, Texas. At the Gaylord in Grapevine. I used to live there, not the Gaylord, but I used to live in Dallas, Texas. Grapevine is a great place, and the Gaylord is unbelievable. And so we will see you there on Saturday for the image scrimmage, and on Monday night for the big show.
Great. Thanks, Booray. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.